salty flavor to it. And the last one, which I know in Arkansas we don't ever see much of, but is called unclean, or just terrible milk, I guess. It says this is a flavor difficult to produce on the national website. It said placing galvanized nails in acid milk for several hours may come closest. But in my opinion, this is one that I wouldn't break my back over. I wouldn't rush out and really try to make this one, because it is used not very many times in contests. And next is fat content. We'll go over that real quick. There's only 6 things you have to know the fat content for. One is non-fat skim milk, which has no fat in it, and it should be very watery. They do get a taste, these. So I mean, back to how you taste milk. You first look at it, you swirl it, you smell it, you taste it. So non-skim milk, they should swirl it and see that it is very, very easy to move, and no, it cannot be anything higher or as great as whole milk. So that one should be very easy to pick up on, because it is almost a water-based milk. And reduced fat, or 2%. This one don't have much difference between whole milk, but it does have its differences. It will not stick to the side of a glass as long as whole milk does, and it does have a different flavor to it, almost a slightly watered down flavor. In regular milk, they should know what regular milk tastes like by, just drinking the regular milk during the milk identification product, because you can't have normal milk in there. Half and half, which is 10.5%, it should be quite a bit thicker than whole milk, and but not being the thickest. The thickest is being whipping cream, which is 30% fat. And this is a paste-like substance. It's very easy to pick up on, because it is so thick, and it's very easy to find while doing this contest. And coffee cream. This everybody's had a little bit of coffee cream in their coffee if they drink coffee, and they know what it tastes like and they know what it looks like. So it shouldn't be very hard to explain to kids what it is. It has a almost sweet, very, very sweet flavor to it, so they should know what it tastes like, and they should know what it looks like, because it isn't quite as thick as whipping cream, but it isn't as thick as, it's way thicker than half and half. And last is the cheese identification. People in my class, I gave a chart that kind of looks like that. Sorry for taking so long to get that up there. And I'll go over what cheeses they use in the contest. First is blue, brick, brie, cheddar, Edam, cream, Monterey Jack, mozzarella, feta, Parmesan, processed American, provolone, and Swiss. Okay. You need to know variety, moisture maximum, fat minimum, if they have gas holes or not, plasta, fileta, if it's that, and how is the brine surfaced, and was it ripened with either mold, bacteria, or both. Okay, now blue cheese. This one is very, very easy to teach kids what it looks like. You can see that it's blue cheese. It has crumbles in it, and it has a blue color. Brick. It is an interesting tasting cheese that has a nutty kind of flavor to it, and it is a white cheese. Brie. It kind of looks like a cream cheese with a very kind of ice cream consistency to it. It's not real creamy, but it's not solid by no means. And it has usually you don't have to taste it. You can tell it's brie. And cheddar is an orange cheese, and it has a sharp, crisp flavor, which is very easy to pick up on once you know what it tastes like. Edam or Gouda has an interesting flavor, and it is an orange cheese as well. It how I can explain it is it has a not really a sour or off flavor, but it does not taste like your normal cheeses that you think of, which are cheddar and Swiss. It has kind of a bad flavor to it, sort of. And cream, everyone know what cream cheese looks like. I mean, it's just kind of creamy, and it has its own consistency and own taste, which once they go through these a couple times, they'll be able to pick them up. Monterey Jack, it is a white cheese. It has a kind of a somewhat smoky flavor at times, with a just real strong nutmeg smoke. Kind of throws that in there a little bit, but that's about what it tastes like. And mozzarella, that's a real easy one to figure out. There's actually two ways of figuring this one out. By taste, everybody eats pizza, so they all know what melted mozzarella tastes like, but not many of them know what regular mozzarella or cold mozzarella tastes like, which cheeses always have a different flavor while being hot or warm. You can take a piece of mozzarella or brick, like they give you in a competition, and split them in half, and it should have like a grain, kind of like a stringy grain-like pattern to the break, and it is very easy to pick that up by just breaking it along. Nevetra, or it's practically another brie. I think on the contest they're interchangeable, so there's not much of a difference between them two. Parmesan, that's an easy one to pick up on. They've all had Parmesan on something or another, so most of them know what it tastes like. And it is a kind of not really a white cheese, but it's kind of an off-white cheese. Processed American, this is your Velveeta. This is your processed American cheeses. They're usually have a sort of a cheddar flavor, but a lot less of the bite to it. It usually has a very mellow cheddar flavor, if they have any cheddar flavor to them. Provolone is also a white cheese, and it has a very bland flavor, and I think it's easiest to pick up on because it really doesn't have a flavor to it. It just is a white cheese, and it doesn't have much of a flavor. And Swiss has a very sour or bite kind of taste to it, and one of the only ones that you can really see one of the only ones. Well, it is the only one that only has gas holes. So if the gas holes aren't cut out of the contest, easy steal for points there.